Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah.
Today I am filming a video that is definitely not what I expected. So I went into this book thinking that I would hate it. There was heaps of reviews saying that it wasn't good, and I was just like, oh, I'll read this book and do a trash review. But in all honesty, and I'm actually kind of glad of how it turned out, I loved this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. I don't know what the problems were with this book that people were having, but I personally really enjoyed it and I loved it so much. And that book is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. And honestly, I don't know what the problems were with this book, so stay till the end and we'll go through the Goodreads reviews together. And I just want to see what everyone, like, what their issues with the book were, and see if I'll be like, oh, like, understand what they mean, or just be like, what? I don't get what you mean. But yeah, totally fell in love with this book. I've already ordered the second book and I'm so glad I picked this up. Like, I'm so glad I wanted to film this video, like, trashing it. And honestly, I love when things turn out better than what we expect. So I don't know if that's why I thought it was so good, but honestly, it was so good. I wish more people would read it, because I know I didn't pick it up for ages because I thought the hype and the people bashing it, I was like, oh, it's really not going to be good. But it was really good. Like, I found it really good. I loved it. It's like one of my top books of 2020, even though it's only February. I know what you're gonna say, but loved it so much. So I have a few notes that I wrote while I was reading it, and it's literally like, oh my god. So I'll just pop this back here so you can see it. And I apologize if you're all here for the tea. There's no tea, honestly. It's good tea, it's Earl Grey tea, but there's no sizzling saucing tea. I'm sorry if that's what you came here for, but honestly, I love a positive review. I'm actually grateful because it turned out to be a really good book, so in my opinion anyway. So there's a couple of quotes that I liked. I don't know if that's a spoilery thing, but it shouldn't be. So I wrote, if you liked Night Chaser by Amanda Boucher or like Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, I feel like you would like this because there's similar, especially Night Chaser. So basically the synopsis is that a group of bounty hunters go on this mission to retrieve a person from another planet, and then everything just blows up. So it's like a group of like women bounty hunters, and they're the funniest, most heartwarming group of girls I've ever read about, and I die for them. I think there was so many things I loved. They were so cute, they were so good to one another. They were just, oh my god, it was so heartwarming. I couldn't believe it. My favorite girl gang ever. And they just come through all these, obviously, obstacles and stuff they have to overcome, and the plot twists in this were phenomenal. I like, literally, like, you know when you're in a book and you're like, oh my god, I said that out loud, that means like you really did, like, it was insane. Like, I was reading and I was like, oh my god, like, because I was saying it out loud because I was that shocked. Like, the plot twists was so good. So Dex, so he's the other main character. He's like a stowaway, not really, but they pick him up along the way, and he is sassy, like a good sassy. I love it. He is so funny, and oh, so funny, oh my god. So this is one of the quotes that I like tabbed because I thought it was so cute. Well, not cute, it's not really cute because it's about war, but like, it just it like hit me right in the soul. So it's, war was a heartless thing, claiming lives left and right, but it was the survivors who had to continue battling even after the fight was over. Like, true, right? Like, you have a war. I'm getting off topic, we need to talk about. Yeah, so another note in here was like, I love the way women treat women in this book. Like, there was a situation at the start of the book where this random girl that the main character Andy doesn't even know, and this girl had her back over the guy that she was like over Dex, basically. And yeah, she didn't even know Andy, and then he was just like, something happened between them, which is like, what? And then she actually tells Andy the truth, and I was like, that was really lovely. Like, she could have just let Andy go ahead thinking all these things, that weren't true. And I just thought that was great. Like, I love the way that women are treated, like women treat each other in this book. I thought it was really fresh and like heartwarming. And how many times can I say heartwarming in this book? But it was so cute. Like, the way that they respect each other is mind-blowing. Like, I loved reading about this. I was just smiling the whole entire time. Oh yeah, there was another scene in the book where, so I was like, yes, love a strong male character that can be free. Because there was a scene in the book where Gilly, one of the lady bounty hunters, was painting his nails. And he was just like chilling. He was just there like, yo, paint my nails. Like, I don't care. I'm like comfortable in my masculinity, so I don't care if my nails are painted. And I thought that was great. I was like, shit, yeah, like, do what you want. Honestly, it was great. There was like a plot twist halfway through, or like 3/4 of the way through, and Lyra's twin brother Lon, their relationship was mind-blowing. I loved that. He was so respectful towards her. I wrote, I love Lyra and Lon. They are the cutest twins. Oh my god, my heart warmed when I read of them reuniting. Lon is the most darling brother, so caring and respectful of Lyra's decisions. Like, that just basically sums it up. It was so cute the way they like hadn't seen each other, and then Lon was just so like nice towards her and like respectful, even though she ran away. So that was so cute. Another thing I liked about the book was the writing style. I actually really enjoyed it. I did hear some reviews that people weren't liking the chapter styles because they were short. Only some were short, honestly. I feel like I was reading some chapters, especially with Andy, and they were just normal sized chapters. Like, I don't get, like, is that just an excuse for people to put down the book? I don't know, because I've read chapters, like I'm pretty sure even didn't Dig have short chapters? I'm sure it did. Anyway, I was like, I like the writing style. It's actually so beautiful, and the way they describe things is so beautiful. You can really picture what they are writing, and it's so true. Like, the way these girls described planets they were on and what they were like, just each, oh my god, it was just so good. Like, you felt like I could see what I was reading, and it was so beautiful. Like, the way they described things, like, I wanted to go. It was so beautiful. And then jumping back onto the short chapters, I enjoyed it. It kept me captivated because I was just reading and reading and reading, like, because I'm always like, oh, I'll read to this chapter and then I'll stop, and then I'll read to this chapter and then I'll stop, and then I'd find, like, I'd flip and I'm like, oh, it's only got 2 pages, I'll keep reading. And then I found that I'd read the book in a day. So I loved it. And then at the end, because of the short chapters, it was just like, I was like, oh my god, like, I need to keep reading. It's so good, because it kept jumping from character to character as the scene was playing out, and it was so good. I felt like I was watching a movie, because it's like, oh my god, it's so good. I feel like I'm all over the place here, because I obviously haven't planned this out, because I just finished the book and then I jumped on here and I was like, I've got to like retell all my feelings about this book and get it up, because this book just deserves it, honestly. I just loved it so much. So the synopsis, I want to read the synopsis because I want to see if like I mean, mine was really vague, but like, you really should go into it not really knowing, because everything that happens was so exciting and so thrilling and fun, and it was just so good. I don't want to like recommend it to everyone, because I know not a lot of people like sci-fi, and I love sci-fi. I love anything to do with outer space. I feel like it's just nostalgic for me, because I grew up studying like about the planets and stuff like that, so I love reading about outer space and planets and all that kind of stuff, and planes and ships, and it's just, I don't know, it resonates with me really well. So I know some people don't like sci-fi, so if you don't like sci-fi, then don't read it, because it's sci-fi. But I definitely would give it a go, and give it a good hot go, because it is really good, and the ending is so phenomenal. I swear to you, fall in love with the characters. They're so cute. That girl gang is like, I want friends like them, you know what I mean? So the synopsis is, most know Androma Rosella as the Bloody Baroness, a powerful mercenary whose reign of terror stretches across the Mirabel galaxy. To those aboard her glass starship Marauder, however, she's just Andy, their friend and fearless leader. But when a routine mission goes awry, the Marauder's all-girl crew is tested as they find themselves in a treacherous situation and at the mercy of a sadistic bounty hunter from Andy's past. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, a ruthless ruler waits in the shadows of the planet Zenpetra. Biding her time to exact revenge for the destruction of her people, the pieces of her deadly plan are about to fall into place, unleashing a plot that will tear Mirabel in two. Andy and her crew embark on a dangerous, soul-testing journey that could restore order to their ship, or just as easily start a war that will devour worlds. As the marauder hurtles toward the unknown and Mirabelle hangs in the balance, the only certainty is that in a galaxy run on lies and illusion, no one can be trusted. And like legit, no one can be trusted. Like, please read it. It is so good. Oh my god, I can't believe I found this gem. I'm so glad I read it, honestly. And I just want the second one already. Like, can the bookstore hurry up and send it to me, please? Thank you so much. It's just so good. Like, I want to like, let's just dive into the reviews on Goodreads. So I know what people's issues are with it, because honestly, she my baby and those girls are my babies and they need some love. So I'll just jump on my iPad on Goodreads. And I mean, everyone's entitled. Like, some people don't like sci-fi or short chapters, even though they're not that short. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna go from like the lowest. Community reviews, 1 star. There's a lot of 1 star. That's so sad. Okay, so I received an ARC of this and I just can't. It's so stupid. It's so bad. I was either cringing or laughing whilst reading this and only managed to get through 100 pages before I started skimming. This is the flimsiest sci-fi I've encountered. It's laughable. The world building is so lame. People are constantly described with kooky features. Oh, come on. God, this is a mess. I don't even know where to start with the honestly awful writing, the boring and poorly written chapters, the predictable plot. I didn't predict the plot. Am I dumb? Surely not. I'm so over books being published because of fame. I get it that there's some work involved, but it's so Ivanka Trump when people who are famous tell me in their high-pitched flattery voices, I work so hard just like everybody else to be successful, and I'm like, no. So are we talking about her success here, or are we talking about the book? I received a copy from NetGalley in exchange for an honest review, DNF at 15% because I can't be bothered to read a Six of Crows fanfiction starring a bland copy of Selena Sadothian as a protagonist. Hey, that's enough with the negative. Let's go positive. I loved this book from start to finish, and there is no part of this book that I don't like. This sci-fi world is one of the best I have read. Yes, it is a work of art. The plot was very elaborate and thought out. The story unravels beautifully, and I was not disappointed by anything. I have been waiting to read this book ever since it was announced, and it flew past all my expectations. Yes, queen. 3 words, female space pirates. If that doesn't draw you in, maybe Six of Crows set in space will. This was an immersive read with a fun plot. I loved the short chapters because it made it feel like I was getting through this 500-page book faster. Yes, I agree, honestly. Yeah, this is another one like me. So I really thought I was going to hate this, but guess what? I loved it. It was so freaking good. We follow a band of female space pirates as they are given a deadly task. Like, honestly, it was so good. I recommend, honestly, that you just give it a go. Give it a go. I mean, I get it if you hate it, because actually, no, I don't get it if you hate it, but I get it if you don't want to. I honestly do, because I didn't want to. I've been reading or seeing all the reviews and stuff like that, and I wasn't going to read it, honestly. And like I said, I honestly just picked it up because I thought I was going to do a bad review, which upsets me, but I honestly just didn't think I would like it, and I'm so glad that I liked it. I don't have any more words. It was so good. I just think you need to pick it up, you need to read it and enjoy it as much as I do, because it was so good. If you do decide to pick it up and read it and love it, please comment down below, or if you did like it, comment down below and tell me if you did, because it's getting so much more slam than it does praise, and that's just really sad. I know you always have to give your honest opinions regardless whether it's a fellow YouTuber or not, but honestly I don't think people, like, I'm reading everyone DNF it, and again, you're entitled to it, but it just didn't really give it time, even though it didn't need time. Like, I feel like I jumped straight into it straight away. So yeah, I don't know what happened with everyone else, but I loved it. So I gave it 4.5 stars, and I'm so excited for Nexus, which is book 2 in this. I don't know if it's a duology. I don't know if they're writing anymore. I didn't really research it. But yeah, I'm picking that up as soon as it gets delivered, and I'm so excited to get back into the world, because that ended on a cliffhanger that was so wild. So I'm so excited to read it, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah.